Andrew Coke here, and we are gonna do Terror Stage 12 and 13 on this episode. So, I was trying to decide if I was gonna risk going on the beach on the left. If you do that, you gotta keep everything shocked, but those towers have quite a bit of health. And I wasn't sure if my tanks could kill those before they'd kill my tanks. So the safer way to go is to go to the right, because there aren't too many dangerous towers. There's just those two towers next to each other and two shock launchers. The rest is pretty much a cakewalk for tanks and medics. So, and there's also some good energy over here. Free energy. Which also does damage to the main headquarters. The way it works is 70%, up to 70% of the hit points that are on the headquarters can be evenly distributed amongst the other buildings, all the other buildings. So, example, if your headquarters, let's say 100%, and you have 100 buildings, then up to 70% of the hit points would be distributed amongst the buildings. That would be a 0.7% every time you kill a building. So if you had 50 buildings, then it would be 1.4, you can do the math there. I mean, there's a caveat. It's the max is 20% per building. Example, if there are 3 buildings, it could do 60% damage by destroying those 3 buildings, the headquarters. I don't know, you can look it up. Do Google search under Boom Beach headquarters, and there's a good informative write-up. Took me a while to understand that. So when I'm here, I'm just looking at my tanks, and they're sort of just mowing through the grass here. And I need to flare them because they're getting a little too low there, getting down to the bottom. Not even sure what's down there anymore. But if you go up here, you just have mortar and sniper tower. Now, those mortars have a 5-second reload, even though they don't have a lot of DPS. They do a pretty good alpha, so it doesn't hurt to shock them. Shock them. They have a tendency to kill things like low-level medics and grenadiers. That's why I don't use grenadiers very much anymore. They just die too easily. And they run ahead of the tanks and end up having to waste smoke to try to save them. Let's speed this up. Boo! Ooh, wrong way. So I killed those 2 buildings there at the end just to do that. Gave me more energy too. Get an extra 3 gunboat energy per things you kill. So if you kill 2 buildings next to each other, 6 for energy. Use it for another shell. Okay. 13. I had a little trouble on 13. I mean, I did it on the first attempt, but I was trying to decide which way to go here. If you go to the right, you've got lots of stuff there. A couple cannons and stuff together, boom cannon. If you go to the right, it's a little more energy and it's more towers, but they're not as packed together. Got a few cannons, lots of sniper towers. You want to stay to the top though. Take out the cannons. Okay, so I'm gaining the energy up there, just the free stuff. And okay, now into the sniper towers. A little shock on there to, gotta watch the tank's health. I try to watch it to make sure their health doesn't get too low. that one boom cannon there towards the bottom. If I remember correctly, the tanks kept wanting to wander in that range, since the boom cannons have such long range. Gotta keep them flared up there. Yep, that one, bam! Half the health right off the bat. So flare them up, put some smoke down, get them up there, get those sniper towers down. One of the problems I had is put down the smoke. When you put down smoke, you got to be careful that you cover your medics too, because the medics will die pretty fast. See, I lost a couple medics there. That smoke did it. Now, one of the great things is I recently upgraded my. Well, this week I did an upgrade for tanks, got them to level 10. But one of the biggest upgrades was Troop Masterpiece. My first Troop Masterpiece, Troop Damage Masterpiece, 23%. So that's a pretty big upgrade. It allows me to kill stuff a lot faster, especially when these. Like here, you see the timer's getting close. So put down the smoke, cover the medics, try to heal up the tanks. There's that one tank, he's sticking out. That's fine, let him die. There's still 3, 4, 5 tanks left, which is enough, especially since I have the extra damage now. I think it's an extra over 30% more damage when you include the fact that I upgraded my tanks 1 level and the 23%. So I can definitely see a difference. And stage 14, I'm reloading my troops, and I will give I'll give stage 14 a couple attempts. I know the timer's running out, and with Dr. Terror, the event's almost over. So it takes so long to retrain the tanks. Alright, thanks for watching, and play safe.